Imagine locking your front door with a key the size of your hand or relying on a flimsy metal bar to keep intruders out. Homes from decades past had their own ways of keeping families safe. But many of those methods seem downright strange today. In this video, we're diving into 10 old home safety features that didn't stand the test of time. From quirky locks to fire escapes that caused more harm than good, let's explore how our ancestors tried to stay secure and why these features faded into history. Number 1. Skeleton keys. Back in the 19th and early 20th centuries, skeleton keys were the go-to for locking doors in homes. These large, ornate keys worked with simple warded locks, which had internal barriers that only the right key could bypass. Skeleton keys were called that because they were often stripped down to a minimal shape, making them versatile but also easy to pick. A skilled thief could use a similar key or even a bent wire to unlock a door in seconds. Plus, many homes used the same key for multiple doors, so one lost key could compromise the whole house. By the mid-20th century, more secure pin tumbler locks took over, and skeleton keys became more decorative than functional. You might still find them in old homes, but they're no match for modern security needs. Number 2. Window bars. Window bars were a common sight in urban homes during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, especially in cities with rising crime rates. Made of iron or steel, these bars were bolted over ground floor windows to keep burglars out. They were affordable and effective at stopping break-ins. But they came with a deadly flaw. In case of a fire, the fixed bars trapped people inside, turning windows into dead ends instead of escape routes. Tragic stories of families unable to flee fires led to stricter building codes. By the 1950s, releasable window bars and other safety measures started replacing the old fixed designs. Today, window bars are still used, but they're designed with quick-release mechanisms to balance security and safety. Number 3. Night latches. Night latches, also called rim locks, were popular in homes from the 1800s to the early 1900s. These surface-mounted locks sat on the inside of a door and used a simple latch or bolt to keep it shut. You'd turn a knob or slide a bar to lock it, often with a key from the outside. They were easy to install and cheap, making them a favorite for apartments and modest homes. But night latches were flimsy. A strong kick or a crowbar could break them open, and the keys were often easy to duplicate. As deadbolts and mortise locks became more reliable in the 20th century, night latches fell out of favor. You might still see them in very old homes, but they're more of a nostalgic relic than a real security feature. Number 4. Fire escapes. Fire escapes were a hallmark of city homes and apartment buildings in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. These external metal staircases or ladders were attached to building walls, giving people a way to flee during a fire. They were a response to deadly urban fires, like the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, and became mandatory in many cities. But early fire escapes had serious problems. Many were poorly built, rusted over time, or couldn't support the weight of multiple people. Some were so narrow or steep that they were dangerous to use, especially for children or the elderly. By the mid-20th century, improved building codes and internal fire stairwells made external fire escapes less necessary. Today, they're more of an architectural quirk than a trusted safety feature. Number 5. Chain door guards. Chain door guards were a popular home safety feature in the mid-20th century, especially in urban apartments. These simple devices let you open the door a few inches while keeping a metal chain locked in place, so you could talk to someone without letting them in. They were cheap and gave homeowners a sense of control. But chain guards were easy to defeat. A determined intruder could push the door hard enough to break the chain or use a tool to cut it. They also did nothing to stop someone from forcing the door once it was partially open. By the 1970s, stronger deadbolts and peepholes became more popular, and chain guards started to disappear. You might still find them in older homes, but they're not considered serious security today. Number 6. Gas lighting shut-off valves. In the 19th century, gas lighting was common in homes. But it came with risks like leaks and fires. To make things safer, many homes had manual shut-off valves near gas fixtures or in central locations like the basement. Homeowners could turn off the gas supply at night or during emergencies to prevent accidents. These valves were a big step forward at the time, but they relied on people remembering to use them. If someone forgot or a valve was faulty, gas could still leak, leading to fires or poisoning. By the early 20th century, electric lighting replaced gas. And safer gas appliances with automatic shut-offs became standard. Those old manual valves are now a thing of the past, found only in unrestored historic homes. Number 7. Lightning rods. Lightning rods were a common safety feature in homes from the 18th to early 20th centuries, especially in rural areas. Invented by Benjamin Franklin. These metal rods were mounted on rooftops and connected to grounding wires to protect houses from lightning strikes. They worked by directing lightning safely into the ground, preventing fires or structural damage. But early lightning rods were often poorly installed or made of cheap materials that corroded over time. Some homeowners didn't maintain them, leaving rods that attracted lightning without grounding it properly. By the mid-20th century, better electrical systems and modern building materials reduced the need for lightning rods in most homes. They're still used in some areas, but they're not the go-to safety feature they once were. Number 8. Bell pulls. Before doorbells or intercoms. Wealthy homes in the 18th and 19th centuries used bell pulls to alert servants or family members to visitors or emergencies. These were ropes or cords connected to bells in different parts of the house, often in servant quarters or kitchens. Pulling the cord would ring a bell, signaling someone to check the door or respond to a need. They were a clever way to communicate in large homes, but they weren't reliable for security. The system depended on someone being available to hear the bell, and it did nothing to stop an intruder from entering. By the early 20th century, electric doorbells and telephones made bell pulls obsolete. You might still see them in historic mansions, but they're purely decorative now. Number 9. Coal furnace dampers. Coal furnaces were the heart of many homes in the 19th and early 20th centuries, but they could be dangerous if not controlled properly. To manage heat and prevent fires, furnaces often had dampers, metal flaps that adjusted airflow to the fire. Homeowners would open or close dampers to control the furnace's burn rate, reducing the risk of overheating or chimney fires. But dampers were manual and required constant attention. If left open too long, the furnace could overheat, and if closed too much, it could release carbon monoxide into the home. By the mid-20th century, gas and electric heating systems with automatic controls replaced coal furnaces, and dampers became a relic. They're now found only in old homes with preserved furnaces. Number 10. Window shutters. In the 18th and 19th centuries, window shutters were more than just decoration, they were a key safety feature. These wooden or metal panels were mounted inside or outside windows and could be closed to protect against storms, intruders, or even gunfire in frontier homes. Shutters were especially common in rural areas, where homes were more exposed. They were sturdy and could be locked from the inside, adding an extra layer of security. But shutters were heavy, hard to maintain, and often rotted or rusted over time. They also blocked light and airflow, making homes less comfortable. By the 20th century, stronger windows, better locks, and alarm systems made shutters less necessary for safety. Today, they're mostly decorative, a nod to the past rather than a practical feature. These 10 old home safety features show how creative our ancestors were in trying to protect their families. Some, like lightning rods, were ahead of their time, while others, like chain door guards, were more about peace of mind than real security. As technology improved, these features were replaced by stronger, smarter solutions that we rely on today. Which of these old safety features surprised you the most? Drop a comment below and let us know. If you enjoyed this trip through history, check out our next video for more forgotten home features. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps keep the nostalgia alive.